1 year later, and this Hollywood legal war is only getting uglier. What started as whispers on a press tour has now turned into a courtroom showdown that could permanently reshape two careers. And despite months of filings, delays, and explosive claims, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. Because before the lawsuits, there was a movie everyone thought would be a fairy tale. It Ends With Us wasn't just another romantic drama. It became a box office powerhouse, pulling in over $350 million worldwide. On paper, everything looked perfect. Big stars, emotional story, massive success. But while audiences were crying in theaters, fans online were noticing something else. Awkward interviews, forced smiles, co-stars barely interacting, and a press tour that felt off. At the time, most people brushed it off as rumors. But those rumors didn't disappear. They were quietly building. And then, suddenly, everything exploded. In December 2024, Blake Lively made a move that stunned Hollywood. She filed a formal complaint, accusing her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni of misconduct, allegations he has firmly denied. But it didn't stop there. Lively also named producers, studio executives, an independent contractor, and even publicists, claiming they were part of a coordinated effort to damage her reputation. What once looked like behind-the-scenes tension instantly turned into a full-blown legal crisis. And just when it seemed like the story couldn't get bigger, it did. On the very same day Lively officially filed her lawsuit, Baldoni fired back. Hard. A jaw-dropping $400 million countersuit. Suddenly, this wasn't just about two actors. Baldoni's lawsuit named Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, a major newspaper, and a high-profile publicist, accusing them of civil extortion and defamation. Hollywood watched in disbelief. Two sides. Two completely different versions of reality. And no middle ground in sight. But months later, the momentum shifted again. A judge dismissed Baldoni's countersuit entirely, a legal blow that quietly reshaped the battlefield. Still, the war itself didn't end. It just changed form. Behind the headlines, the damage kept adding up. In November, Lively revealed she's now seeking more than $161 million in damages. According to filings, she claims the fallout cost her acting opportunities, business momentum, and financial growth tied to her beverage and hair care brands. This wasn't just about one film anymore. It was about reputation, longevity, and who Hollywood believes when everything is laid bare. And then came the part most people never see. Legal experts say the case has become unusually intense. Over 1,000 docket entries in just a single year. Endless discovery fights. Heavily redacted evidence. And two legal teams painting wildly different pictures of the same events. One expert compared reading the filings to reading two completely different books. When stories clash that sharply, judges rarely step in. Instead, cases like this are almost always pushed toward a jury. And that's exactly where this appears to be heading. Even though settlement talks are mandatory, insiders say a deal feels unlikely.
Why?
Because cases like this aren't just about money. They're about pride, image, and control of the narrative. Both sides reportedly believe they're right. And both want the public to believe them too. Settlements don't offer vindication. Trials do. And neither side seems willing to walk away quietly. Now, the countdown is officially on. The trial has been delayed to May 18, 2026. Jury selection is expected to begin weeks earlier. And once it starts, the courtroom battle could last an entire month. Witnesses, evidence, cross-examinations, and questions that no headline can answer. So here we are. 1 year later. No verdict. No resolution. Just two powerful Hollywood figures locked in a legal fight that refuses to fade. And as the trial date creeps closer, one question hangs over everything. When the truth finally comes out, whose version will the jury believe? Let me know what you think. Whose side are you on? And why? Subscribe for more Hollywood stories you won't hear anywhere else.